Hi there, I'm Renu Arora. I make videos on energy healing, pendulum use, and everything to do with tapping into the subconscious mind. If that's what you're interested in, then please consider subscribing to my channel. Today's video is part of my series of Stories of the Subconscious, where I give you some insight on how the subconscious uses our problems to get our attention to the underlying trauma that needs to heal. You ready? Let's get on to this week's story. Everything we react to, whether it's foods, the environment, people, whatever, the reaction is there for a reason. Your subconscious is communicating with you. Let's take lactose, for example. Some people, most people, will say that lactose intolerance exists because the body has stopped producing the enzyme that digests lactose. Now, I was a registered dietitian for 12 years, and that's precisely what I believed, and I didn't think twice about it. But have they ever asked themselves why the body stopped producing lactase? Lactase is the enzyme that actually digests lactose. I mean, it's such a weird thing. A lot of people can digest lactose and consume milk for the longest time, and then suddenly it stops, and they can't have it anymore. What happens there? You think that it's not like their DNA has suddenly changed and now all of a sudden the protein itself is not available. What's going on? Now, I was never, ever provided with a satisfactory reason for why the body could suddenly not do its job anymore. It just stopped? That's a description, not a reason. So now let's look at the symbolism behind lactose. Lactose is only found in one place: milk. Milk has only one source: mothers. To the subconscious, milk, lactose, represents mothers. Okay, so now I'm going to give you a real life example. Normally I'd give you an example from an energy healing perspective because I had a client who had this problem and we shifted it. This is my favorite non-energy healing example, one where I didn't have to do a thing, but the story still explains itself for you. I met with a new friend for a get-to-know-you coffee date, and without any prompting from me, he told me exactly what his subconscious had been trying to let him know for the past 30 years in under 30 minutes. As we were settling in and he was adding cream to his coffee, he casually mentioned to me how, until very recently, he was actually unable to tolerate any dairy for years. He said he used to love drinking milk as a kid, but until sometime after university, he totally stopped being able to consume dairy at all, and even the littlest bit would have him running to the bathroom. Over the last few years, however, he's slowly been able to tolerate a little bit more dairy, and now he can have that cream in his coffee or even a slice of pizza without any digestive discomfort. Great, so far so good, right? Then we started talking about our families. He was very pleased to let me know that the third of his 3 kids had just graduated from university and admitted a huge sense of relief that his mother had been able to see all 3 of them graduate. Now, he went on to tell me that when he was graduating university, he didn't actually want to go to his convocation, so he didn't tell his mother about it. She was devastated. She had very much wanted to see her son's graduation, so he felt really guilty about it for all of these years. Now that she was able to see her 3 grandkids in their caps and gowns, he didn't feel quite so bad. Bingo. My friend's reaction to dairy directly related to the guilt he felt towards his mother. So just in case you missed it, he was totally fine drinking milk until the end of university. That was the time at which he disappointed his mother, and he felt so guilty about it, his subconscious prevented him from drinking any milk. It's only after his mom started being able to see his kids go through their graduations that he started to be able to have more milk, and his guilt gradually eased and got better so he could consume more lactose. That's how the subconscious works. Isn't it wild? So if you have an issue with milk, there's an exceptionally good chance that you've either got an issue with your mother or with a maternal figure in your life or the concept of motherhood. I've seen it over and over. Heal the issue with mom, and you can start eating ice cream again. If you have any questions or if you have anything you'd like to add, please comment below. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like. And if you'd like to work with me directly, either as a student or a client, then feel free to reach out to me. My contact info is below in the description. Until next time.